And another fine morning to our wonderful viewer. Apparently, there's one, and it's probably me. Uh,
Hello.
you're unmuted now. So, hello everyone. Welcome once again to the Great Morning Experience. It is I, the Chief Justice of the Optipops, and there's Xavier. He's over there.
It is I, me.
I was expecting a Skeletor laugh, and you didn't do it.
It was
There
me
you
all
go.
along, He-Man.
Ah. Hey, it's Caleb. He's in the thing. What are you about? Everything's good. Everything's fine. Go retweet my tweets.
Do what I saw, because I saw it.
Please go retweet my tweets. Am I the one? No, now there are three. There was once there were one, now there is three. Thank you, goodness. Hey, welcome everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Getting a little later start than we were intending, considering that it was going to be a later start than we thought, and then something else happened, and it became an earlier start than we thought. And you know what? Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it, because it just gets confusing after a while. So yeah, we got negative vibes. Good to see you, Frog G. Hey, welcome, welcome.
What's up?
And then Tom's comics and books and reviews. Hello, how are you doing, sir? Glad to see you.
Hello, are you
This
Tom of Tom's Comics, Books, and Reviews?
yeah. Do you review comic books? I wonder. Could it be in the Could it be in the name? You know, could it be in the name?
Possibly.
Possible. I. Yeah. Yellow Lantern's here. Hello, Yellow Lantern. Good to see you. Good to see you. Today we're going to have a little fun. We're going to talk about first, before we get to the review section of the show, because I've got a cool name for that. There's going to be we have to talk about something very important, very very important. Who's Ken Penders?
Ken Penders worked on the Sonic Archie comic for, I don't know, like decade and a half, almost 2 decades.
Mm-hmm.
He was basically the head writer. Eventually, kind of made his way up the ladder to, like, I believe he was also like the editor in chief for Sonic Archie at one point. I could be mistaken on that.
Mm-hmm.
He is also a petulant child
Mm-hmm.
who believes that he owns everything in the Sonic comic. And thanks to some bad decisions on Archie Comics' parts, a court of law decided he was right through a default judgment.
Yep.
The worst kinds of judgment.
It is kind of, because you have no chance to defend yourself. Because
Yeah.
it was a misfiling or something of that nature, right? Like
It's
yeah.
I don't remember the exact story. Because originally they had a boilerplate contract wherein you've licensed these characters, this property from this company. Therefore, technically, anything you create for it is supposed to become ancillary property of the original licensee,
Mm-hmm.
the licensor. So, in other words, anything they make, Sega would own. That's why a lot of the comic book characters showed up in Sonic Spinball, because Sega owns those.
Right.
Well, then, mysteriously, the Ken Penders' contract that said he was under that everything he makes is property of Archie, vis-a-vis, ergo, concordingly, property of Sega through the license.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow that contract vanished.
Mm.
At least that's the story, because Archie couldn't seem to produce a copy of it. Now, in his position, he certainly had access to the files.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's in. Now, I'm not saying this happened, but it's entirely possible. He went down to the file room and, oh, hey, here's this thing. Whoops, there it goes. And due to poor file keeping, it's possible they had no digital copies of it. And
well, considering the time, there probably wasn't many digital copies of anything, right?
Right.
So, yeah.
And so, he filed suit against them, saying that he owned all of these characters that were basically 200 plus issues worth of Sonic lore and characters. All those characters were his, which basically included all of the echidnas.
Mm-hmm.
Like Knuckles' entire mythology, all of it.
Yeah. The reason I wanted to talk about this first, because we'll get to funny stuff later on. But this guy is a known what would you say the word for it? A litigation troll.
Yeah.
And so the reason I bring that up is because, make sure this is loaded. It is. Okay. Professionalism at its finest. Is because now old boy, old Ken's at it again.
Yeah. I haven't even read this article, but I know exactly what he's angry about.
Yeah. Okay, so just to test the chat real quick, Negative Vibe says everybody knows CWC owns all those rights. We'll see how the court cases go in the next little bit here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So let's peek through this. Okay. Controversial Sonic writer Ken Penders claims Sonic 2 used his characters, is seeking legal advice. Now, basically, when he says seek legal advice, meaning he's already getting papers drawn up for a lawsuit, isn't he?
Uh, Either that, or he's looking for a lawyer willing to take a case if there is one.
Yeah. So
He got really lucky the last time. I don't think he's counting on getting lucky this time. I think he's geared up for an actual fight.
yeah,
So like, do you really? So he's looking for somebody willing to do it.
yeah. So here we go with this. Ken Penders, best known in the Sonic community for his comic book run and Sega lawsuits, is threatening further legal action after releasing the Sonic Hedgehog 2. The legal action after the release of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. The comic book artist and writer has taken to Twitter following the film's premiere, claiming that it uses two of his characters from the Archie Comics Sonic series. Try to say that really fast, right?
Yeah.
As a result, he says he wants his attorneys to discuss the matter with Paramount producers and hasn't ruled out another lawsuit.
That's exactly what I thought.
You read ahead a little bit.
Yeah, I did.
Penders, who admits he hasn't even seen the film, hadn't even seen the film, takes issue with Knuckles having a father in the film's version of his past. Sorry.
Sorry, Knuckles, you're not allowed to have a dad because Ken Penders will get mad.
Yeah.
He
goes unnamed.
I heard he was conceived by the living force.
The Master Emerald just made its own guardian, pretty much.
Yeah. Dude, your mom had sex with a gem. That's fucking weird.
Yeah. He goes unnamed. We all learn about him, and all we learn about him is that he was the leader of the Echidna tribe, and died trying to reclaim the Master Emerald. Pender says this character is actually his, referring to Knuckles' dad in the comics Locke. He also says the producers used his character Enerjack as an inspiration for the Master Emerald's ability to grant the user's power, even though the film never mentions the emerald containing the spirit of a living being.
Yeah, this is fucking stupid. The idea being that Enerjack was somebody that was basically God, and he got his powers from the emeralds, and could just literally just do anything they wanted. It's fucking stupid.
Well, the Master Emerald has existed since Sonic 3, right?
Yes, since which predates Knuckles' Dark Legion and Sonic's friendly nemesis Knuckles, which was the comic where Enerjack first debuted.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, okay, so you have the Chaos Emeralds and then you have the Master Emerald, right?
Right.
Those are separate things.
Under normal circumstances, yes. The movie, however, took...
Yeah, I know the movie, they made them basically one and the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the comic lore, the Master Emerald was basically created years later by Knuckles and Sonic. By merging a bunch of Chaos Emeralds and the spirit of Mammoth Mogul, who was absorbing Chaos Emeralds to get like godlike powers.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see. Pender says that he was told by fans that the film uses his character. How much you want to bet that fans are just doing this to get him riled up?
I saw some autists in a thread with him, basically schooling him on how the idea that the Master Emerald powers up people existed before that. And even shows, no, Sega invented that because look, here it is powering up Megasonic into Super Megasonic. It's not new. You didn't invent that. Shut up.
Yeah. You literally didn't build that.
Yeah. You didn't build that. They helped you.
Yeah.
Japanese people.
Yeah.
Put it out.
They put those railroads down for you. Anyway.
Hey.
Okay. I'm using it as basis for his complaint to his attorneys. His first claim was that the film's producers used his comic book character Enerjack, a demigod who possesses Echidna, acting as their evil alter ego. This does not actually appear in the film, but anyone who uses the Master Emerald can be granted power to defeat armies, which Penders believes is close enough. You know those people do that, like it's like my fish is this big.
Yeah.
I got a fish this big. So he's kind of like, putting his hands in and out. I was like, yeah, potato, potato, close enough.
So wait, you mean that your character is a psychic monk with an energy sword? Oh, that's totally ripping off Luke. Obi-Wan. These characters I own. Come on now.
It is my character. I like how he's just so matter of fact about it.
Yeah, that's.
You know what? Hold on, we gotta.
If anything, for legal reasons, you should probably be saying that there are enough similarities for concern. I'm speaking with my legal advisor to find out what my options are.
Yeah.
Because this
we just had to go in and take a look here.
I forgot that existed.
Yeah. So. Oh God, he's got Rachel Matt out. Doesn't surprise me a bit. By the way, let's just yeah. just want audience to drink that in. get a good slurp.
Oh yes, the anime guy. He's talking about his British friend getting a kick out of this. He probably read Sonic the comic, which is way different than Archie Sonic comic.
Yeah.
Where Super Sonic is an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And evil.
There was I was looking through pictures of him like last night.
Yeah.
There was a there was a point in his life where he tried to butch up and have a mustache.
Oof.
It didn't. It didn't work too well because you can see that lip,
Yeah.
That lip does not work for a mustache. That facial structure. No.
Yeah.
No. And so he's just a writer, right? He don't do art.
He did some art like in the earlier days, but eventually they got like better artists. The art that you're seeing on display is
this.
I guess his art.
Is this his art?
I think so. You see, Laura Sue originally was the begotten daughter of Knuckles.
Who's that one?
Which one?
The one you just said. Who?
Laura Sue.
Where's she at on this picture?
In the poster behind him. You'll see that?
Oh. No, I got a different thing up now.
Well, you're not sharing it over here.
Oh, am I not? Okay, you're right. Hold on. I can fix that.
Close your eyes, Marion. Whatever happens, don't look at it.
Yeah. I was putting this up.
Okay. This is weird. This is a bunch of Sonic OCs. Okay, so from left to right, that's King Acorn and his wife, Alicia. Mm-hmm. Next to him, I believe, is Sonic's parents.
Okay.
When they were younger. There's Espio and Vector of the Chaotix. There's Uncle Chuck, Mighty Armadillo, Tails. That's Julie Sue, Knuckles' girlfriend that Ken Penders invented. Former member of the Dark Legion, Knuckles, Princess Sally, and Sonic.
Because of course. Well, let's see.
Only a couple of these characters are technically owned by Penders.
Because I know the armadillo, the alligator, and the other thing. Those are Sega's, right?
Yes. Also, I believe they technically own Princess Sally, King Acorn, and Uncle Chuck because those were from the TV series that predated the comic.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. I do remember some things. So you're saying one of these characters?
The one on the right was supposed to be the daughter of Knuckles.
You ever just hear something and it makes you angry?
Yes.
I'm there now. I'm at that point. I'm at that point. I'm already angry. I don't even I barely know who this man is, and I'm already angry. Back to the article. Is the article on the screen? Yes. Okay. On top of this, he takes issue with the depiction of Knuckles' father. He doesn't appear to have elaborated on why he believes Locke and the unnamed father in the movie are similar enough to warrant legal action. He says he would have been fine with this content in being the film as long as he quote saw a paycheck.
Oh my God! I think I know.
Mm.
Why is this? Why is this clearly Locke? Because they both abandoned their sons. Locke did it because he was an asshole. This guy did it because, hey, son, you're too young, and this is going to be dangerous. Just wait here for us to get back. And then they didn't come back.
Oh no, Caleb sent me some stuff.
Oh no!
Yes, sir. You ready?
Ready.
Still not quite finished, but getting close to the final version of cover art for the Laura Sue Chronicles Beginnings. Currently contemplating adding one more character, but haven't decided which one. As it is, readers are going to be blown away by the why of this who's list. Oh boy. What the hell? Wait a minute. Who's this?
I don't know. But he's got Knuckles' hat from the Sonic OVA, which he does not own.
Oh, God, is he going to try to own Sonic? Is he going to try to, like...
Knuckles is mine!
He's going to try to backdoor own Knuckles. Who's this guy?
You can't take Knuckles from me. His dick has 4 heads. I know.
Why is young Mike Tyson back here? What's going on?
Is that supposed to be Nate Morgan?
I don't know who.
I don't know.
Like, I don't know what's going on.
These are all clearly characters that he stole from, that he took from Archie with him on his way out. There's Jeffrey St. John. I think that's the guy that might be the guy that ran the Dark Legion.
Mm-hmm.
There.
I think what troubles me the most is how unsonic like these characters look now.
It's really weird. It's just Sonic enough to like know where where it came from clearly, but it's so far removed from it at the same time. It's like, what is this? It's kind of like those weird pictures that are like uncanny, or it's like it's real but not real enough that it sets off your danger sense.
Caleb called it. That's Anthony Mackie.
Oh, hey, Scrump.
Hey, Scrump, and you know what?
Yeah. His full name is Ken, the Lord Jesus Christ Penders.
I wonder if he believes in the dimensional merge.
Apparently, if you see, this is what the world will look like when the merge is complete. I have foreseen it.
It has been foretold by the spheres. I mean, come on, look at me. Don't I look like a godly being?
This guy is just a medallion away from being, alternate future Sonichu.
You're right.
Like this is literally, what if Chris Chandler went down a different path?
Yeah.
This is what he would look like, and this is kind of how I think he'd be.
Yeah. The idea guys got to him too. Who are the idea guys? Do I know? Should I know that? Because you kind of started sweating a little bit when he said that.
Nah, I just figured it was an oof.
Oh, there was a lot of bodies. Okay, where's the guy? Oh yeah, where was it? Oh yeah, about the phone. Saw a paycheck. While Paramount would be a much bigger opponent than his previous targets, Sega and Archie Comics, Penders remains confident. If you think I'm worried about Paramount's lawyers, you're kidding yourself, he says in a reply. They have to go before the same judge I do, and they have to submit to the discovery process, as do I. I bet I know where a lot more bodies are buried. Whoa,
What
dude,
the? What the?
dude.
You only won your court case against Archie because of a default judgment. And by the time they realized that, no, this was serious, it was too late and they'd fucked up already.
Mm-hmm.
Sega didn't fuck up. Sega sent guys and got your claim dismissed from them right away.
Yeah. They were straight up. It's like, hey, like this is our shit. Okay, let's see. Trump says they were the trolls who convinced Chris Chan about the dimensional merge and also made him create Sonic 2 comics with Hitler in them. Oh, jeez.
Ken, you should sue him. Ken, that's totally your comic. I'm serious.
Ken, you came up with all that stuff, right? Well, then you should be owning it, man. Oh my god.
I really hope there's a Kiwi Farms thread somewhere where it's like trolling Ken Penders.
You're gonna make me do this, aren't you?
You're gonna look for it. Holy Ninja, hello, welcome.
Hey, what's going on, Holy Ninja? Well, yep, there it is. There, he has a thread. He has a lolcow thread.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we predicted, Ken Penders is just, Chris Chan, the path not taken.
Oh no. Oh no.
Is it worse than we thought?
You know how some people shouldn't mess with 3D modeling?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, some people shouldn't.
Scrump. Chris Chan beats the incest charge and immediately sues Ken Penders.
Dude, look. What is going on here?
Now, it's also that this the Laura Sue Chronicles has allegedly been in the works since like 2009, 2010, or at least in 2012. Hell, I don't know. It's like this is around the time they officially had to stop using characters because
I love this stinger. New day, new style, same divasness. Ha ha ha!
I don't even know what you were trying to do.
Yeah. What is with all the detail up here and then nothing down here? Just the middle is just like texture, and then I mean, I'm kind of glad because it could get way more cringe,
Like you see that trademark date down there?
Yeah, I saw
2014.
Yeah. Wait, her name is Linda.
Yeah. For some reason, he was really obsessed with all the echidnas having like hyphen names.
Why not? Why wouldn't it be? Yeah.
Julie Sue. No, sorry, Julie hyphen Sue. Laura hyphen Sue.
Yeah. He basically is creating a Mary Sue, isn't he?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, there were a couple of stories I read with the character, and they weren't terrible. They weren't very interesting either. More interesting shit was all the stuff.
I got to tell you this. Okay, so his the first page of his thread, of course, it goes through the stuff, right?
Yeah.
A little bit. The very first response is, What the fuck is that thing? What the fuck makes it look like it belongs at Revolution 60?
Oh, oh no!
Oh no 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 no!
You just don't like echidnas because you're with the Gamergate.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's this is absolutely horrible. It just well, remember, Scrub. The thing is, he was hired by Archie to do these stories. That's the worst part about it.
He was part of the team, and some of the stories were good back in the day, but at this point, it's a wonder what stories were good in spite of him and because of him.
Yeah.
Because he also had stories like, "What, Ken Penders, what the fuck are you doing?" Like, I think at some point they said that between this issue and this issue, Ken was not working on Sonic. He was like just threw ideas into the hat because he was so focused on working on Knuckles. Because Knuckles had his own series running at the same time.
Yeah.
And he ran that into the ground after about 40 issues.
No, Scrump. No, absolutely not. You stop that right now.
He's going to speak that into existence.
Yeah, I know. We're going to get a 3D Sonic shoe. Oh my God. Okay.
Brianna Wu, discouraged by her failed congressional run several times in a row, decides to go back into game design and releases Sonic the game.
Yeah. The movie, the game, based on the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Real quick, finish this up. Penders worked on the Archie Sonic comic books series until 2006. Famously, in 2010, he was sued by Archie for copywriting characters he created for the series, in a case that was eventually settled and dismissed by the judge. As a result, numerous characters had to be retconned out of the story. He then went on to sue EA and say, EA?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into it. Although not over characters he actually created. He claimed that an echidna-like race created by BioWare for Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood resembled his own Knuckles lookalike characters. The case was dismissed.
But it also fucked up development of that game, which is covered in, Matt McMuscles' What Happened series.
Uh-huh.
You should go watch that. Not right now, when you're done with us.
Yeah. I'll check it out. He's just Ken Penders is a menace.
He's a menace.
These are the people. He's the kind of guy that J. Jonah Jameson would write articles about, right?
Yeah, but don't bring pictures of Ken Penders.
Yeah, it's too much. Too much. Don't do it. Ah. There you go. After the first Penderocalypse, Ken is really going for round two. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it. And he seems pretty confident. He thinks he can take on Paramount. It would be funny if Paramount just sends him just sends him a C&D. It's like, what do you mean C&D? Like, you just shut up.
Yeah. Well, how smart could Paramount be? They greenlit the Halo series.
Ooh. Oh. But if you missed our first episode yesterday, that's we went in a little bit of depth on that. So Master Chief shows his whole ass.
The whole ass.
The entirety of his ass. It was a traumatizing experience for most people. But yeah, so let's talk about something else, something more fun, real quick. So by happenstance, for some reason, yesterday we were you started looking up stuff about Alfred, as in Alfred Pennyworth, right. Batman's Batman's butler.
Right. We I think Scrump was there. We were going back and forth doing jokes, and he started doing Michael Caine.
Yes.
And yes. I mentioned the guy that played Alfred in Batman '89 through Batman and Robin, and I couldn't remember that guy's name and what else he had done. And so I was determined to. I Googled him, just Alfred Batman '89. Let's find the actor's name. I still can't find him.
Yeah.
But
there's some kind of connection to like one of the old animated series. We just can't quite figure out which one it was. Yeah.
But then I got distracted when I landed on Alfred's wiki page, like his just Wikipedia entry.
The actual Wikipedia entry. Now I have it loaded
And
up here to put it on the screen.
and I stopped when I saw one particular phrase that made me laugh. And like I got to tell everyone this.
Mm-hmm. So should I bring up the list?
Yes.
All right, here's the list. I just put it over in the overlay to make it a little easier to read for
Some
everybody
of
to
the
read.
stuff here is things you would expect, but as
Mm-hmm.
soon as I saw ability to increase strength, I had to stop. I had a
Yeah.
laugh, and then I told everyone.
Yeah,
Then I
let's go
continued
through it.
reading.
Let's go through it before we don't want to spoil anything.
Okay.
Okay. Abilities.
Classically trained butler.
Okay. Fair enough.
Classically trained actor.
All right, makes sense.
Former British Special Forces and intelligence expert.
Yeah, makes sense.
Proficiency in first aid, medical techniques, and computer systems.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he works for he works for Bruce Wayne. Who is Batman, so he probably need to know these things. And here we go.
Ability to increase strength.
Yeah, that one threw us off a little bit, and then
Time manipulation.
mm-hmm. And then we get better.
Speed as fast as light.
Yep. And then
Reality warping.
mm-hmm.
Classically trained assassin.
Well, we could figure that from him being MI6, But this one
survived a multiverse destruction.
Ladies and gentlemen, why do you need a Batman when you got an Alfred?
Alfred is worth like 100 bats.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good comment.
To be perfectly honest, that's what I would think that means. Up until that.
Yeah, we believe that would have been true until the point we see him headbutt Superman and breaks his nose.
He beat Superman in a fist fight and punked him.
He beat Superman in a fist fight, like literally beat him down. I mean, head into pavement, beat down, right? And he was went to go help, Bruce, because apparently Superman crushed, cracked his spine or something.
Yeah. And
he picked him up and he says, but Alfred, what about the cave? And he says, it's okay, Master Bruce. There's nothing of importance left here. I'm like, oh.
The only thing Alfred didn't do is throw Soups a towel and say, clean yourself off.
Yeah. Quit bleeding on my floor. It was ridiculous. And then, because apparently, because this took back, to frame this took place in the Injustice universe.
Yeah.
And then was it in year 2, apparently, because Superman had recruited Damian to be the new Nightwing. And Damian was telling him how Alfred just talks shit about Superman pretty much.
It's like, yeah, Superman's afraid. He's saying Superman's afraid of me. He won't come fuck with me again.
Yeah. So here's Alfred sitting on his, sitting in Wayne Manor. He's got he had this big book open, right?
Yeah.
He just, looking at his book. Superman breaks the door down, and basically, Superman does the whole, I heard you were talking shit like I wouldn't find out. And Alfred looks at him like, yeah,
I talk a lot of shit. What's your point?
Yeah. And then basically, he gets up, folds his book up, gets up, walks away. He said, I believe you can see yourself out.
Fucking, what the fuck? Alfred of all people.
That's okay. So that was all right. Yeah, but that was from a just actor. But yeah, okay, hold on. Let me go to super chat. Thank you, Anime Guy. Check out the Netflix chat in Micah's Discord. I'll check it out. But yeah, Alfred just you know what? Give a shit about fucking Superman. You know what Superman can do? He can bite me. What's this here? Can't bother. All right. I want to watch this real quick, see what this is about. Oh yeah, you're talking about the scenes in the Halo show where they just didn't bother to animate certain things. It's like
yeah.
you know,
Bang, 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 bang.
bang 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 bang. Oh yeah, here's our fake.
Michael Gow.
Yeah, like I said, I knew there was an Alfred who had voiced a previous version of Alfred on one of the cartoon series. I remember that. I just didn't know who it was. Now that we have people like Servant, we now know. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing that that's the thing that happened.
He hung in there. He made it to like 90 something.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so let's now talk about something very important, and I want you to try to do this without as many spoilers as possible. I'm going to give you a limit, okay?
Okay.
All right. But first, let's let's put up our segment. I love the name of this. We need to full screen that. There we go. And guys, if you're wondering why, Xavier has an encyclopedic knowledge about many things. And that encyclopedia knowledge tends to have him over explain things. And that's where this joke comes from. So by the way, I think I did a good job on this thumbnail. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. But so yeah, so you went and saw after our show yesterday, you took some time and went and saw the Sonic 2 movie.
Yes.
So now that you've seen it, what do you think?
I liked it.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for stopping by. No.
I thought it was definitely better than the first movie.
Okay. That was something I heard that was like they felt, people felt this was more okay. Now we're actually having a Sonic story, not just explaining where things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. The issue that the first Sonic movie had is kind of the issue that the Transformers movies had, wherein Sonic is a co-star in his own movie.
Mm-hmm.
And like, at least with the first one, they tried to do it more like, it's 50% this white guy's movie and 50% Sonic's movie.
Mm-hmm.
They really tried hard for that. Whereas Transformers, the first movie, is more like, here's 80% Shia LaBeouf and 20%, Transformers, maybe.
Right.
Which was why Bumblebee was great, because here's a movie that's mostly about Bumblebee.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
Which was a good movie. I mean,
yeah.
I said if that had been the starting point for what Transformers was, that would have been.
Transformers would be in great shape right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But anyway, continuing. So, okay.
This movie is almost primarily here's Sonic having a Sonic adventure.
Right. If you had to compare it to any of the games or lore or anything, comics, I know you were big into comics when you were younger and stuff like that. What would you say any of it's close to anything? Is it closer to Sonic 3 or Sonic 3 and Knuckles, or did it kind of just like take elements of that and just make its own story?
It took some elements, specifically Knuckles being tricked by Robotnik into working with him.
I need an image. I need an image of Knuckles like looking up at Sonic saying, "Robotnik made me trick, bro." and then Sonic says, "No, bro, you are hero."
There was a lot of motifs and references to specific moments in a variety of Sonic games.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they talked about this in the Midnight's Edge review a little bit, where at one point Sonic is running through a maze,
Mm-hmm.
and part of that maze looks like Labyrinth Zone from the first game. At another point, Sonic is running across the water,
Mm-hmm.
which, other than him not being in a super form, is kind of a reference to the opening to Sonic 3.
Yeah.
Because then he winds up on an island, and he later on he has a fight with Knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
Tails steals the biplane that would supposed to be the tornado.
Mm-hmm.
He actually stole that from somebody.
Thief.
And in their big final showdown where Sonic, Tails, Knuckles are working together,
Mm-hmm.
it's a big Sonic Heroes. Your strength, your brains, and my speed will work together as a team.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing combo moves with each other and stuff, and yeah, it was Sonic Heroes.
Yeah. That's, everything I've seen, it looks like it's a good movie. I mean, I think the thing I've seen, from clips I've seen, they made Knuckles like naive, but not an idiot.
That was always the problem with depictions of Knuckles. Is Knuckles was easily tricked because he never by Robotnik because he never met Robotnik before.
Right.
But there was also kind of he was very single minded. Like, I have to protect the Master Emerald. Sonic is collecting emeralds, so he must have pieces of the Master Emerald then.
Mm-hmm.
And the Sonic Adventure. Later on, just like Knuckles is a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Then Knuckles is just big muscle man, doesn't really know.
Yeah, he's a fucking meathead.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sonic Boom Knuckles, that boy dumb. Like, for real, that boy is just dumb.
Yeah.
Like, to the point where he says something that's like kind of eloquent, and everyone just stares at him, and he's like, "What?"
Yeah.
And they just keep staring at him, like, "What?"
Did that come from you? Really? What's going on here? Yeah, what's going on, big guy? But yeah, no, I in the games, it's basically the only reason, like I said, Robotnik made me trick, bro. Like,
yeah.
And then later on, he becomes like one of Sonic's best allies. Like,
yeah.
If I need a bro, I know Knuckles got my back. And somebody pointed out on a video I watched last night. I did not realize this. That that Knuckles and Tails is the first time they've ever interacted in any media.
Really?
Yeah. Like, maybe not. I can't say the comics because I'm not, counting that. But it's like, as far as like motion media, like, video games and things like that, it's the first time they actually interacted, like talked to each other.
That can't be right.
I mean, that's what the guy said. It didn't seem right to me.
If it's just like animation, yes, because they've definitely interacted in the games.
But did they though? Officially, I'm talking about officially, like, because you always have your story, you have your canon story, and then you have your what could have been story.
Yeah, I believe they talked in Sonic Adventure too.
I don't think they did. Because remember, the first time you see Tails, it's like, he's being rescued by Sonic, and he had I believe he had an emerald, remember? And then Robotnik stole it from him. Because he was trying to power his new plane with the power of the emerald he had.
Then they're chopping up to like direct interaction where like, "Hey, Knuckles."
Yeah, actual talking, like, "What's up, Knuckles? How are you today?" kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. By the way, your bully's here.
Hi, Lito. I can't give you my lunch money right now. I need that for juice. But they also interacted in Sonic X, the cartoon.
I said they had to, right? Like, especially because they went on like space adventures and shit, right? Like, like the whole gang, like Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, Shadow, all of them. Right?
Yeah, Tails built a space battleship because he could.
Yeah. That feel when isn't it canon that Tails is actually smarter than Robotnik? Like,
Like, yeah,
mhm.
uh,
This stuff actually works.
yeah,
You're the chairman, by the way.
yes, I am. There's a chairman sitting here above.
I need a version of you. I want you to say the scat man. I'm the chairman, and we're just like intersected with all your screams and hollers from video games.
No. I'm a chairman. I'm a chairman.
Well, see, no, anime guy. He's not called. Lidl's not calling him chair force or chairman because of him being in the Air Force. He's calling him chairman because his ass destroys chairs.
I sat down in the chair and it collapsed.
Yeah. Oh dang, chairman of the floor. I mean, she's just going full on bully right now. Like, oh, hello Knuckles. How are you, lonely lesbian? Use your fingers, not your knuckles.
Oh no!
Oh man.
This is why Rouge of the Bat doesn't call anymore.
Oh. So you said overall better than Sonic 1, which wasn't a bad movie.
No, it was a pretty decent movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a cinematic masterpiece by any means,
Oh, yeah,
but it's a.
Let's say, I'll put it this way with Sonic 1. That we all appreciate the fact that they fixed Sonic's model.
Yes.
It messed up some things in the movie visually.
Yeah.
And that's not the fault of the anime. They were doing what they could with what they had, because usually especially when you're doing like a character, a 3D character, there's going to be like a representation somewhere, some way, somehow, that kind of thing. In that situation, it kind of gets messed up. So it was a little bit off, but I think obviously they fixed it with this one. So
I've had somebody talk about show comparisons that technically now the model is closer to the original Sonic design than it was before.
Yeah, actually, because it's like, I think the one thing that still bugged me about when they redid the model was there's still that little patch of brown fur around his nose.
Yeah.
But they fixed that, so I ain't worried about it anymore. Yeah, do a full chairman song. Hey, it's Dark Gift. What's going on, man?
It's a Dark Gift.
I mean, you haven't come. Well, I guess say you haven't come around these parts in a while, but then again, we haven't been around these parts in a while, so just good to see you, buddy.
It's been a long time, so I can forgive you for forgetting. We're supposed to get 3 what's-ups.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. Robotnik has an IQ of 300, but considering there are people IRL who brag up online about having an IQ of 140 who end up outing themselves as idiots later,
Well, also that's implied that at certain higher IQs you might get single-minded.
Yeah.
Or you get that tunnel vision and you miss obvious things.
Right.
That's why we have the joke about the genius racking his brain for years, and then an idiot comes in and spills something, and in the process of cleaning it up, gives them the answer they're looking for. That's why that's a trope.
Right.
Doesn't mean everyone's that way. That's why that's a thing.
I think that's the perfect way to sum up the Sonic movies.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no. I mean, honestly, there's no crazy agenda. There's no stupidity in it. It's just like, fun movie.
The weirdest part of the first Sonic movie was the fact that that woman was her sister, the main character's girlfriend. Her sister was basically implying they can't be together because he's white.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think they tried to, wrap it in. It's because he's a small town cop and he's not going anywhere.
Hmm.
but I think there might have been more to it than that, or maybe I'm just
It could be
uh,
over. You might be overly sensitive to it, because
yeah,
of
because it's been everywhere.
everything. Yeah, because of everything else. Yeah,
Like, well, everything is that way, so why wouldn't this be that way too?
exactly. You know.
Now it's just that she fucking hates him because he left her tied to a chair and wrecked her car.
Hmm.
A little bit more reasonable.
Hmm. And this is not a spoiler since like most the marketing stuff had put this out there for the movie,
Yeah,
and also ruined her wedding.
and ruined her wedding.
She was marrying Shamara Moore.
Yeah.
She was definitely trading. She was definitely going up in the world. You know.
And he didn't mean to ruin it. He was doing a thing to be cheeky,
Yeah.
and he made a mistake because they used the rings to get there because it was cheaper and faster. They had one to get back,
Yeah.
and her daughter who gave Sonic the shoes was the ring bearer. So
Hmm.
she'd been walking around protecting the pillow with the rings on it.
Yeah.
And so as a joke, he said, "Hey, how come there's only one ring here? What?" And does the fucking I was behind your ear the whole time. You're doing a good job. And
Hmm.
of course, dumbass forgot which pocket he put the ring in
Hmm.
and accidentally gave her the travel ring.
Ah.
So Sonic calls like, "Hey, I need you to use that ring to save me. Why I'm in trouble. I need your help." That's when he realizes that while they're doing the exchange of rings in the ceremony, that he
Hmm.
realizes he gave back the wrong ring.
Whoopsie. That's actually funny. Yeah. And then yeah, we won't spoil the rest of it. That's because what he does to get the ring back is kind of funny.
Yep.
So,
And then what happens after that is like, what? It's like a beautiful symphony of destruction of a relationship. It is fantastic.
hmm. Yeah, they were married in the first one. That's right.
Oh, they were married? I
Yeah,
thought they were.
yeah.
I thought they were just
No, they weren't dating. They
dating.
were actually married, but yeah, even then, she was like, kind of like, I'm against this. You know.
Yeah.
But what can you do,
Yeah.
right? So let's see. We got too much more to go over. I'm gonna starting tomorrow, pulling some more crazy articles because there's some things we could talk about. But you know what time you know what time it is, don't you?
Uh oh.
It's
It's that
time
time
once
again.
again. Listicles.
It's time to learn the moral of today's story.
Yeah. So we're gonna go. I found a good one, and I didn't totally forget and just remember a few minutes ago and find one that makes sense and ties everything together.
That
You
would that
ready?
would be awful. Ready?
There it is. Drink, drink it in.
Um, I think my nose just started bleeding. Oh,
you having that Vegeta aneurysm right now.
yeah, for real. Oh, I thought about it too hard to know that
Mhm.
I didn't need that those vessels in my my
Yeah,
brain.
your Blaine.
Ooh, my
Yeah,
brain.
your Blaine. Yeah, your son Blaine.
I think I got blame damage.
So yeah, I love this. 8 things that never made sense about Batman Forever. Well, you didn't. I didn't need a list for that. I mean, I saw the movie. It was none of it made it. As fun, new, and exciting as Batman Forever was, the movie had some glaring issues. No shit. First of all, being directed by Joel Schumacher. Hey. So yeah, when Joel Schumacher inherited the Batman films from Tim Burton, he shifted tone of the movies away from the dark and gothic to a more vibrant, facetious, and humorous environment. Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Uh, 10 reasons. I almost want to know, but I don't. Maybe another day,
Yeah, let's not blow our load all in one day now.
Yeah. Uh huh. Okay. However, this came at a price. Some aspects of Batman Forever were incoherent and confusing. Many elements of the plot were silly and discombobulated, and certain scenes and jokes seemed unnecessary, random, and almost forced. As fun, new, and exciting. Did they just repeat what they said up here?
Kinda.
Never mind.
What the fuck? I got Michael Gall's voiceography. The guy that played Alfred. He was
Yeah.
Raphael in the last season of the original Ninja Turtles.
For real?
Rob Paulson had departed, and so he was Raphael in the final season.
Oh, so that was okay. That was those were the times when he was there was a wrong sounding Raphael. Okay.
Yeah.
Listicles are my favorite articles. That they're what's funny is like they're so low effort to make a
Mhm.
listicle that and people get paid for this shit, right?
Yeah.
That's what's funny about it to me. Okay, Batman's grappling gun was overpowered. Okay.
Um.
Like you just you couldn't expound on that, just like
Like, how the hell can the Batmobile have a steel cable so strong to lift the Batmobile? It's not like there's steel cable that can lift, hundreds of tons into the air and load them onto cargo ships. That's just impossible.
sure, Batman Forever is a comic book movie. So critiquing the realistic aspects of the film might seem ludicrous. Then why are you doing it? But the physics of the film are laughably. Oh, now we're worried about physics. The Batmobile can seemingly drive straight up the sides of buildings thanks to the Batmobile's durable grappling gun, apparently equipped with the strongest rope in comic book history.
It's steel cable.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's driving up the building means that the reel goes faster. It's not
Yeah.
having to work as hard to reel the Batmobile in because the Batmobile's doing all the work.
Yeah. Batman's personal grappling gun is also ridiculously tough and strong enough to hold a giant swinging bank vault. With the bat physics and his grappling gun, the film make him seem unstoppable. I mean,
I don't remember that part. I'd have to rewatch the scene because I thought the vault was suspended by chains by the copter. And like, look, there's the chain there.
yeah, there's a chain. I mean, I think all he was doing was trying to reinforce it.
Or stabilize it, keep it from rocking.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Okay. The police and Bruce don't interview or follow up with Edward Nigma after his boss's death.
So what?
There was no time.
Also, they're movie cops. You really expect them to follow police procedure?
Yeah.
Their job is to basically show up and, oh, there was a crime here. Oh, man.
Before he became the Riddler, Edward Nigma was an inventor who worked on the electronics department at Wayne Tech. He was in session with Wayne and is devastated when Wayne rejects his prototype mind projection device. Nigma blames Bruce for not understanding and disrupt his direct superior Fred, who played by Ed Begley Jr. That I was not aware of.
Huh.
For constantly doubting and belittling him. After testing his device on Fred, he pushes him off the roof and frames it as a suicide, altering the surveillance video and making a fake suicide letter. So why would they do a follow up? Why would they need to? They think he committed suicide, right? Commissioner Gordon watches the tape, concludes the suicide, and doesn't bring Nigma in for questioning. This is very strange considering Nigma was the only one at the scene and provided the evidence. Bruce had his suspicions but didn't follow up. The Gotham City Police Department is corrupt, but they aren't stupid or incompetent. They like they are in this film. I mean, but like you said, they're movie cops, so who cares?
Yeah.
That's a good point. Why would Bruce Wayne be the one to follow up on this? Okay, there you go. When the chopper drops, he shoots two cables and then swings back into place in the bank. It was a bit, well, that worked out, but yeah, it's a comics movie. Get over it. Exactly. Oh, man. So, yeah. Okay. Bruce stops being Batman at the absolute worst time. Well, he does that a lot, so who cares? Right? That's like a running theme, right? Like,
yeah.
Bruce's decision to stop being Batman towards the end of the film is baffling and convoluted. He quits being Batman even though there are still two maniacal and dangerous villains on loose in Gotham, wreaking havoc and plunging the city into terror. Batman retiring would destroy the city and do nothing to solve his personal issues. Dick would still be an orphan, and Bruce's guilt over not saving Dick's family would still linger. there would be no need to stop being Batman if he told Dr. Meridian his secret identity. Bruce not being Batman isn't going to resolve his love life. Never has.
Nope.
Like I said, you see what I'm saying? They come up with things on the list that really don't need to be on a list.
I did work. Can I have some money?
Exactly. There are quite a few references to the 1966 Batman show and film.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
and although it might not seem like it, Batman Forever was supposed to be a sequel to the Keaton/Burton films. Strange as it
duh.
was, I mean, yeah. Strange as it was, there weren't many references to the Burton films, but there were a few random references to the 1966 Adam West Batman series/movie. In the circus scene, Two-Face threatens to detonate 200 sticks of TNT encased inside an orb. The TNT orb seems to be a reference to the bomb from the 1966 Adam West Batman film. Why didn't
Scenes.
200 sticks? Why didn't you just call it a bomb?
200 sticks of dynamite. That's the same as 2010s. And that's awful.
I hate to tell you this, but this circus has a bomb. No, not a bomb. When Batman is scaling up the building in the Batmobile to escape from Dent. Oh, you did that thing that was ridiculous a few minutes ago? He looks sideways into the adjacent apartments, obviously into the walk up the building scenes from the 66 show. I mean, really? That's I think that's a stretch a little bit. That's when Robin tells Batman, "Holy rusted metal, Batman. This metal is rusty and full of holes. Holy."
But
Ta-dum-ts. I remember hearing that joke, and I remember it not really sticking.
especially with me because I didn't grow up watching Adam West Batman.
Mhm.
I actually found Adam West Batman later, like because it came on the Family Channel.
Right.
And one day, Grandpa was flipping through channels, and there was Batman.
Mhm.
Like, I've never seen this. Like, you never saw this Batman? And we sat there and we watched Batman.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, I remember because I went to see the movie in the theaters when I was younger, and I remember there was like some groans when this, especially because it had to be explained to the extent it was explained.
Yeah.
Because Batman's an idiot.
Yeah, I know this joke won't land, but here's why I told this joke.
Yeah. Dick gets little to no training from Bruce before becoming Robin, and getting a very form-fitting suit, by the way.
Yeah.
The point of emphasis for Dick Grayson in the comics was how much training he went through to become Robin. Unlike in the movie, well, let's put it this way. I mean, come on, this Robin is like 22.
This Robin doesn't need to be fucking adopted by a grown ass man.
Yeah. That's like this Robin is like this Robin's like 35 and has like 2 kids.
Yeah. Why the fuck are you adopting me, Mr. Wayne? I don't know. I thought it'd be fun.
Yeah. I mean, you seem kind of lonely, so I thought, hey, you want to be adopted? And he's like, I mean, if I'm gonna be adopted by a billionaire, why not, right?
To be perfectly honest, if they were gonna go this way, they should have had it been a kid.
Mm-hmm.
It was like maybe 14 or 15.
Yeah, maybe not as young as the original Dick Grayson was, who was like what 8.
Yeah,
and like just was a teenager. Kind of thing. Yeah.
I would do it where the movie would start off with the circus scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it's a time skip, and it's like, 7-8 years later, and Batman's trying to thwart Two-Face robbing the bank.
Yeah, it could be a situation where like Two-Face's first crime was the circus thing, and then it will say something like 5 years later. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you could have. I mean, obviously, this would take thinking and forethought because this would be more compelling. You could have the whole thing where Batman is trying to keep Dick from like just going all like he's doing dumb things because it's Two-Face, right? I want to get Two-Face. It's like, no, Dick, stop.
Well, yeah, and at that point, you could also like kind of because they would have pulled from Jason Todd.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, here's the Jason Todd things that he's doing because we're never going to get a movie with Jason Todd.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't know who Jason Todd even is at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it would have made perfect sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point, Barry. I'm looking back. It says, try living Batman's life and not wanting to quit every 5 minutes.
Ever thought it'd be cool to be Batman? 10 reasons why you'd be wrong.
Bruce quits being Batman. Justice League. Oh, hell, not again. Superman. I'll call my mom.
Mom, Bruce doesn't want to play with us. Put Bruce on the phone, sweetie.
Yeah, here you go. 1 page of comic equals adequate training.
Yes.
Yeah. This Robin came pre-trained. Robin for adoption. Already house trained and does trapeze trains.
Call if interested.
Wanted. 1 orphan. Athletic ability preferred.
Hi, thank you for calling the orphanage. Hi, this is Bruce Wayne. Mr. Wayne, I thought we told you not to call here anymore.
Yeah, look, we don't have any athletic. Well, you know what, Mister? We just got one in, actually. Would you like to meet him? Yes. Send him to the place, sir. It's really not a good idea to send children to Crime Alley. Send them to the place. Yes, sir.
This is where I watched my parents die, Dick. Why did you bring me here?
He's like, what do you think? I don't know. Kind of traumatizing. Just saying. I mean, it's a good thing you're a billionaire because you're going to be paying for a lot of therapy. So anyway, yeah, we don't really need to go over that. We just kind of glazed over that whole thing. Bruce screams that he's Batman at the circus. I remember this scene. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Hey, I'm Batman. Woo. Like while everybody else is screaming at the top of their lungs. Hey, I'm Batman. Woo. Bruce has to take Dr. Meridian to the circus to see the. By the way, I want to say this.
Don't date your therapist.
Well, also, but Nicole Kidman was like smoking in this movie.
Oh yeah,
like,
definitely.
God bless. Woo. Anyway.
But also, don't date your therapist.
Yeah, don't date your therapist. This is because she's a therapist. They're like kind of trained to figure things out. She's gonna figure out your Batman. Yeah.
But also, if you're tired of women in head games, imagine the head games your therapist is gonna run on you.
Oh God. Yeah. Okay, while there, Two-Face and his goons hijack the circus, threaten to detonate the bomb. But you said it was 200 sticks of dynamite encased in an orb. So is it a bomb or is it 200 sticks of dynamite encased in an orb?
That's awful.
If attendees doesn't tell him who Batman is, in the midst of chaos, Bruce stands and screams that he's Batman. Of course, the crowd's clamor drowns out Bruce's confession. Sure, the moment was supposed to be heroic since Bruce is willing to sacrifice his identity to save others, but valor and foolishness should not be confused. Even though Two-Face didn't hear Bruce, there was no way the people in Bruce's general vicinity didn't hear him. Therefore, somebody would have found out his secret and compromising his safety.
Like, I'm going to be real. With how cheesy this movie is, bitching about this is like saying Batman flashed a Bat credit card on screen and nobody ran his credit.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't the kind of movie for this. You're just being pedantic.
Yeah. So, here's my thing. I mean, I actually had to use the Lucius Fox, Morgan Freeman thing on this. Okay, so a guy just yells that he's Batman, right?
Yeah.
And you notice that he says he's Batman. What are you going to do about it? A, he's Batman. B, he's Bruce Wayne. C, no matter what you do, what you think you could do, he can make your life a living hell.
Bruce Wayne has fucking disappear you money.
Yeah.
And he's got all that credibility from all the charity work he does that even if you said Bruce Wayne hired people to kill me, they're not going to believe you.
Yeah. Bruce Wayne, come on. He wouldn't do that,
Bruce Wayne, who just donated brand new big screen TVs and Nintendos to the orphanarium?
Exactly. The Batcave security system was beyond useless. Well, that was always kind of the point. Because the thing is, you pay, the whole like meme about like Batman security, even in the comics, it's like he has like a really highly secured Batcave, but the villains still somehow get in sometime. You know?
It's a damn shame if you know what how to do the thing on the clock. You just get in.
Yeah.
If only you had something else there.
Mm-hmm.
Retinal scanner or fucking
Mm-hmm.
biolock. I don't know.
That is a pretty funny idea. It's like why does everything turn on when there's an intruder? It's clearly an
Yeah.
intruder, and everything just turned on. The Batmobile comes out and all that stuff.
Raising Batmobile in defense mode.
Yeah, yeah. Unless the Batmobile is gonna like become a robot and start like kicking the shit out of whoever's there.
Oh god, that'd be so fucking sick.
That would be sick, wouldn't it?
Oh, right, it's a bat former.
All right, and the final one. The laundry seat made absolutely no sense.
Yes.
Yeah?
I know what it's there for.
I'll be right back. Continue.
Technically speaking, this scene is meant to show that Dick Grayson has some form of martial arts and fight training by look how he defeats Laundry. He is amazing. He can do this. He could do that. He has he has weapon skills to just need to be applied effectively. That's what it was there for. In the end of the day, all he really did was make a mess of Alfred's clean floor. And then mop it up. Like, okay, you've mopped up the dirty water, but my floor is still dirty from all the dirty water you put on it. You still got to clean it. Yeah. I'm gonna play with some of our toys here while we're waiting for him to get back. Yeah. Imagine a world where good Batman movies come out frequently. Try to imagine a world where the actors that play Batman are not silly or ridiculous or cartoon characters themselves. Can you imagine it? Here at Graded Point 5 Productions, we believe such a world is possible, but not without your continued support. Please consider hitting that subscribe button, clicking that bell, giving us money.
I'm back. Why is there music playing?
Oh, I was doing a bit.
Oh, okay. What are you doing? Leave you alone for 5 minutes. Yeah, he was training, doing laundry to kill two birds with one stone type of thing. It was cheesy, but the whole movie is cheesy. That was the best thing about it. I mean, yeah.
So the entire scene was just like, look, I can fight, and I have some minor weapons training. I would just need to be told, no, not like that, like this, and off you go.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. Also, Dad Dark says the security was fine. It was Alfred that kept letting everyone in.
Oh, yeah. I did think it was funny when you're like, hey, Alfred, what's in there? Master Bruce's dead wives.
Wait, what?
I didn't get that at first. I didn't get that was a joke. I'm like, really? Yeah. And then because then they got in there and there's just all these urns everywhere. Like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it was supposed to be where he keeps all the fucking the stupid awards that they give him for his charity work.
Mm-hmm.
He just puts them in a room so he doesn't have to look at him.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, there's our listicles for the day. We'll do one of these once a day because, they can be hilarious. I try to find the most absurd ones, because they're so stupid.
They are.
Oh my gosh, I almost wish I'd pulled this one up. 10 life lessons we could learn from the MCU. That's gonna be tomorrow.
This one is very important. The Batcave should invest in creative security solutions.
Hey, I mean,
Somebody watches the Twitch channel.
Yeah. Hey, you're what do you call it? You got the Secretary of Absolute Defense on the payroll, right?
Home security you can depend on. Greatest security.
Should I show them what the Secretary of Absolute Defense is capable of?
Yes, you should.
All right, I'm gonna get it. But you know that you're the subject of that. Like,
I'm a lot better than I was when that was recorded.
Well, you were still better than I was at that when that was recorded. So I'm gonna get it.
Do it.
I'm getting it. Okay.
I think I'm afraid of you.
I think you are. I think you are. How you like that?
I'll see Friday night on Twitch.
Yeah.
Bully night.
Let me see where I got the 2 in a row. Okay. We'll start there. Round 3. Just in case anybody wants to see. See, audio is shared. Make sure. Yeah. It defaults on now. Isn't that nice? It actually defaults on.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Is it set up? Yes. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Turn it up a little bit. And here we go. Playing a little Guilty Gear that night. As you can see, I'm the big guy. And yes, that is a coffin.
That seems to be when Optipops really.
There was looking back at this sometime, there's a point where everything I do, there's nothing, you have no answer for it, right?
Oh!
Not quite here.
Oh, no.
It was the next round.
Oh, bye-bye. Hit the burst.
I think you had a moment of like, there's nothing I can do. I've already bursted, like,
Counter.
Now here it comes. Bam, bam.
There it is.
Bam, bam, bam. Down with the system.
Oh!
That sequence is just, there was nothing you could have done there. I mean, nobody could have done anything. If I hit him with a sequence like that, there's nothing that can be done. So, yeah, that was, I just had to show that, I like beating on you.
Go ahead. Of course.
One day we'll get a video of you beating me up, which will be never.
That happens at least once a week.
At least once. Oh no, did it happen? We didn't even play. We didn't get a chance to fight each other last week.
Pretty sure we did.
I don't think we did. No, I don't think we did, because you would have been next on the next up, and I beat the person who I should have beat, and then you had to take them on. So because you kept running into the dunk train for some reason.
Yeah. Hey, I took 2 rounds off of him. He's one of the best Nago players in the world.
Yeah, he's moved up to number 5 overall right now on the PC version.
Well, no, I didn't take 2 rounds off him. I took 2 rounds off JoJo.
Yeah.
I almost took a round off a dunk.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
I'm very close.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, so I think we had a productive episode.
Yeah.
Did pretty good. So once again, like I said, I like to when we leave, I like to leave with a recommendation. Obviously, I would say anybody who wants to follow the Amber Heard situation, definitely go over to Nick Recato, because he's covering it again all day today. Because boy, is that spicy.
I haven't heard anything about it other than it wasn't her rolling her eyes and just being shitty at a jury trial of all places.
Yeah.
That's the first I heard it was a jury trial. Like, shit.
The only thing Recato had a problem with was the lawyer, her lawyer was doing a good job trying to get Johnny Depp's sister to admit to, it's like, oh, you're admitting that, has a problem with alcohol, right? And she would never do it. She would just say, I just knew that the way she would think, I was trying to placate her, talking about Amber Heard, right?
Yeah.
and like Nick and a couple other lawyers on the panel were saying, it's like the lawyer is basically begging you to call her a piece of shit, so just do it. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, she's a piece of crap, let's, why not, but yeah, so yeah, check out Ricada. Once again, my friend Gwen, she's streaming over on Twitch. If you get a chance, go check
Yep.
her out. Get that link in there a couple of times.
We'll be streaming. I'll be streaming Phantasy Star later today at 5.
Yeah, that'll be on the Greater Plays channel.
After Sonic, I was tired.
Yeah.
So I literally slept until 7 in the morning.
Yeah. The link to our Twitch channel is in the description below. Be sure to go there and give us a follow. Like I said, today he's going to be doing Phantasy Star 4, right?
Yes.
And then on Fridays when we do our bully night, when we beat the crap out of each other for a few hours and have a good time and talk junk. So anyway, thank you everybody for joining us once again. Just in case you missed it yesterday, I'm going to leave you once again with Xavier losing his mind. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.
Later. Ah! Mother! Fuck! We've got orders from the Fort Pelican. Fucking!